Hello, it's me again. Today I want to show you my movie collection of Planet of the Apes series. But before we dive into my collection, I want to do an unboxing video of these Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray that I just purchased today. This should be the Trilogy box set of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. So that is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes trilogy. It's still sealed. It's brand new. I specifically purchased these because I just want to revisit the entire trilogy, and because I really want to watch the new one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I purchased this one few days after I watched the trailer, and this video is recorded in May 2024, so you probably won't watch this one right after I made this video, because I made a schedule on my channel. But there you go, and this one is in this kind of box slip cover, so if possible I do not want to damage the entire shrink wrap. It's usually I just make a cut through this particular place because we can take the movie out without damaging the entire plastic. Let's try to make a cut over there you go, and then make a cut down there, just like that. Then another cut on the top. There, because it has such a this J card, and I do not want to get rid of the J card actually. So by letting the shrink wrap intact, it will allow me to keep the J card intact also. And just like that, we can take the 4K packages out. That's the actual box set. It's a very straightforward and very simple box set actually. Yeah, and very light. It's not a very thick box set, I must say. And inside there's this poster, I think. Yeah, poster with a timeline of the trilogy. That is the poster, Planet of the Apes. It's not a huge poster, so I think this is not really a poster for you to put it on the wall. It's just like a poster to basically show you the timeline of the saga. Very interesting. And that's the actual Blu-ray 4K Blu-ray boxes, and all of them are still in the shrink wrap also. We're going to start with this one. No, not that one, from the first movie, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. So that is the design of the front cover, the spine, and that is the design of the back. There we go, and inside you will find the actual 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc. Now move to the second movie, which is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. There we go. That is the design of the front cover. That is the design of the spine, and that is the design of the back. Let's open this one. Go inside, you can find the 4K disc, the digital code, and the Blu-ray disc. The digital code is practically useless in my country because we do not have such service here. Then to the last movie in this saga, in Caesar saga, that is War for the Planet of the Apes. That is the design of the front cover, spine, and that is the design of the back. And I'm going to open this one from the shrink wrap. That's it inside. That is the 4K Blu-ray disc, and that is the standard Blu-ray. Even though this is in a box set and they're supposed to be uniformed, surprisingly, they're not really uniform. From the design of the disc to the design of the packaging, they're not really uniform. I mean, look at that. On the spines of these movies, you can find the image of Caesar in first two movies, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn, but not in War of the Planet of the Apes. They're not really uniformed. And fine, probably if that is the case, probably if that logo is actually intentional, why would they put the logo for the Ultra HD Blu-ray in the third movie on top while the first two are on the bottom? That is also very, very weird. So this is not at all uniformed, except from the color scheme, the overall color theme of these entire packages, and also from the front cover, they're not really uniformed either. Look at that. Logo marking of 4K Ultra HD. The color is different. This one's more yellow or gold, and those are more silver. So yeah, there you go. Even though this is in a single package, a box set, it's not really uniform. I guess because they were selling these one individually and using the exact same package design, they didn't bother to create a new one, because I think it's the less exclusive ones, and I think there are a lot other versions that are more exclusive than these ones. So again, I purchased this one shortly before the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes hit the theater, but I probably won't upload this one right away. So because I got a schedule in my YouTube channel and this should come out later. So yeah, I just want to revisit the entire trilogy, and I think why not watching them again on buying them again on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, and also to add those in my collection, because I do not have them on either Blu-ray or 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray prior to this one. And while we're at it, while we're talking about these new movies of Planet of the Apes that I purchased, I would like to show you my other collection from the series. I only have two of them actually. The first one, Rise of the Planet of the Apes on DVD, that is the design of the front cover. That is the design of the spine, and that is the design of the back. And inside, you can find the actual DVD and the image of Caesar. So this DVD is in this F-board deluxe packaging. It's a very rather beautiful and fancy packaging, I must admit. I really like this packaging, but they do not continue this type of packaging to the sequel. So that is the sequel, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Is this plain DVD box, which I don't have problem at all, but it's just like showing how disconnect each entry really is. And I'm sad to inform you that I do not have the third one, War for the Planet of the Apes, because that movie came out later, after 2015, I think. This one is probably came out in 2014. Yeah, and the distributor for Fox in my country, they closed down the business back in 2015. So we do not have we don't have War for the Planet of the Apes on DVD distributed locally in Indonesia because of that. So actually, I wanted to make a story up. I plan to make a video talking about the distributor and how the distributor went away, because back in 2015 the business for DVD, it was still quite okay, it was still healthy, and the owner of the company mentioned that back in 2015 the company was still profitable, but he saw a steady decline and he decided to just shut the company. And then, we don't have the Fox movies anymore, because that particular company holds the right to distribute movies from 20th Century Fox, Paramount, Warner Brothers, and Sony, and of course Sony is also with Columbia, and yeah, those movies. And Paramount at the time distributes movies for DreamWorks, and then he went to Fox, and then also DreamWorks movies were distributed by Fox later on before it moves to Universal, I think. So we do not have those movies. So there's no major movies from Fox and from Paramount and DreamWorks and Columbia or Sony after 2015 in Indonesia. So that is really, really, really sad. But the business of physical media was once very, very thriving, and these video CDs of Planet of the Apes is the proof of how big the home entertainment industry once was, even in my country, in Indonesia. Physical media is the king, is number one back then. So I have Planet of the Apes on original video CD premiere, and then the sequel, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and then Escape from Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and of course, Tim Burton versions of Planet of the Apes. I made a dedicated video talking about these particular video CDs, original video CD premiere, because of a problem I am facing with these packages, especially with the front cover. These are not the actual front cover. These are a reprinted front cover. So I made a discussion about that, I think 2 years ago, and you probably can still find that in my channel. And that is the proof of how big this industry once was, video CD on video industry in Indonesia. It's in this uniformed release and looks very, very collectible. And if you put them on the shelf, minus this one, because this is not the original video CD premiere, this is the new edition of the movie. But there you go. If you put them on the shelf, they look very, very unique. Not unique, very, very uniform and very, very neat. So that's why I really like this packaging. But there's one movie from this particular world of Planet of the Apes that is not well received, of course. That's Tim Burton. But this particular movie shows how really, really big home video once was, not only in Indonesia, but throughout the world. It is the DVD of Planet of the Apes, this version of Planet of the Apes. Inside, you can find a very, very interesting packaging, and also on the back you can find Witness the Evolution of DVD. So that shows how big DVD once was. That's the logo of Nuon. I've never used a Nuon player, and I don't really understand what Nuon does, but there you go. It's just like fascinating to see that specification, the technical specifications for the DVD at that time, to show how big the DVD really, really was. Inside, you can find disc 1 of the movie, and then disc 2 special features. This one is loaded with special features, and very, very interesting special features, I must say. And that's the supplementary materials. get an inside look at the upside down world. There you go. And some more promotional material and supplementary material. There we go. And then this single paper shows I mean, encapsulates the entire, um, you know, industry of home entertainment from the early 2000s. DVD rules the planet. If you remember the first movie of Fast and Furious, in the very first movie, what they were stealing, it was DVD player and DVD player, because it was such a big market at the time. There you go. Even they print that very, very boldly over there. DVD rules the planet, because DVD was the king at one point in lifetime, and it showcases the hardest DVD items at that time. Of course, the original Planet of the Apes, and also the box set of the Planet of the Apes TV series and other movies. And this Tim Burton version, this is probably an unpopular opinion. I do enjoy watching this version of Planet of the Apes. I do not associate this movie along with the original movie, or its sequel. I view this one as a separate entity. And by doing that, I think it's like when people say that you should not consider Godzilla 98 as an actual Godzilla movie like the Heisei or the Showa era, but its own thing. It's going to be a good movie, actually, a good monster movie. And that's how I look Planet of the Apes. It's not part of the Planet of the Apes saga, and also not part of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but its own thing. And it's a very interesting movie. The soundtrack is amazing. The costume is also amazing, and just the entire movie feels different. And also, because I grew up in the early 2000s, this encapsulates that moment perfectly and brings back lots of memories. So I think that is all that I wanted to share with you at this very moment. The star of this video is actually unboxing these 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes Caesar series, and I've achieved that. And if you're still with me up until this very moment, I sincerely say thank you. Take care and goodbye.